अरे वो तो ऐसे ही किया
कर पे कंसंट्रेट करना अरे बोला था किसने किसको
थोड़ा सा लाइट दिखा है लेकिन जब छोड़ेगा तो मैं ये मेरे को देना है कर देना है मुझे लेकिन
मैंने इतना
बहुत पुराना क्या वो निकाला
तुम मुझे एक पढ़ा के बच्चे के साथ
ये क्या होता है?
कल टेस्ट है
एसएसटी का निकालने वाले बोला था
सब पूरा ना
नहीं रिसोर्सेज नहीं
यार पूरा निकाल दो ना प्लीज
अरे बोला तो बोल ना
वो चीज बस 5 घंटे के इसके बाद बराबर पूरी क्लास
इधर है
नहीं मेरे क्लास के बंदे जैसे
दोनों आगे रायन की बेटी 10th में है आईजीसी से हार्डर
बोला नहीं बोला
नहीं हाथ छोड़ जाएगा वो वाइट है क्या ये ग्रीस का ओपन अचानक से कूल हो गई थी ठीक है वो अचानक से वो कूल हो गई she was wearing Indian shirts and skirts she was only wearing those
तो है
global pattern shirts and ऊपर से for good measure एक cardigan था तो she was also cool
पहला नहीं हो गया अभी
हैदराबाद
मैं जा रहा हूं
अरे आप हैदराबाद को जिले ऐसा पानी में अबे लेना है बस इसे तो ये है ना उन लोगों को पहला अरे तू मैं लेके ही गई जैसे शुरू में अंधी रही मैं क्या करूंगी
कौन कौन बच्चे को
साची नाइशा ये ब्लास्टर
तेरा कौन सा
How did you survive it?
these are part of my survival she stay on the bed they let me showers concept the book is terribly bad oh my god
मेरा पेन कार्बन फाइबर से सारे प्रॉपर
भाई के देखो बाहर टाइम नहीं है
good evening no response मैं खाना नहीं खाया आज ट्यूसडे है ना Yes, but what
Yes, mobile inside the bag. Okay, let me ask you that nationalism in India. Many schools are having exam on that. So shall I continue to that lesson and then
Mas Europe का तो 90 आता है.
India हो गया that other teacher
Completed.
yes she guys come to do some meditation every Wednesday she came out.
No, but it was reported that it is not completed. No, nationalism in India is not completed. No, she said last week was topics are not done next week. No, I remember she had marked those points. अरे वो सेल्फ स्टडी बोला था. नहीं, she had said कि माहौल करवाएंगे. मेरे को याद है. The sense of collective belonging said she had not done.
Only that part is
कुछ नहीं. Yes, the sense of collective belonging you have to do again. The final fourth topic was not discussed at all.
only that much part is left.
Yes,
out. Because other classes no about this songs. Civil disobedience later part.
Completed पूरा civil disobedience.
Dalits and all.
Yes, everything. She had marked it for us that day from where we need to continue.
And this is very important part. Listen. This way we are sitting.
No. Dead flies. Disgusting.
That is why you did not sit there. I was wondering why you are not sitting in that place. Okay. Now,
View camera.
you can. Yes, now just okay. In this nationalism, what all points you have studied? That is beginning onwards. The lesson begin with the during the First World War. What was the condition of India?
First World War, the Britishers involved Indians and forcefully
Recruited.
recruited Indians for the British. And they recruited in the British army. And due to which the economy of India dropped. And the second thing was
Yes. Continue. Others?
second point was वो crops failure हो गया था.
Yes.
And
Famines.
epidemics. Influenza. Epidemic था. Then उसके बाद नहीं 5 मार्क का क्वेश्चन मैंने आज ही पढ़ा.
Prices increased.
प्राइस इंक्रीज हो गया फिर
Leading to raising hardship to the common people. Villagers were called upon to supply soldiers. The factories were converted for the production of war equipment. So, That nothing it will do. You just listen here. No, nothing. I'm giving guarantee. Okay. Now, that was very important. From the next events are starting. Next most important event is the arrival of Mahatma Gandhi. When did he entered into India?
In 1915. From South Africa he came.
January. Okay. 1915 January he came. And he started a new movement. But Satyagraha. What is Satyagraha? Related to Satyagraha, so many questions used to be there.
Protest by using only like protest. Peaceful protest.
The meaning of that Satyagraha, search for truth. Search for truth. If our method is truthful, if our fight is against injustice, there is no need of warfare or any violent method is not required. So Satyagraha, please.
I can't see that's a must to go on the side.
So Satyagraha, what is the meaning? Why he started the Satyagraha? It was a non-violent method. Fight against injustice in a peaceful way. It is given. So many points are given. Now, which were the Satyagrahas he organized? That is coming for math question. No, Salt Satyagraha later on.
Chambara and UP.
No, first was in 1917.
Bihar.
Will you listen here or then you go with that flight?
There are five flights.
See, उसके पीछे ही है. Okay. Now, you will not get a direct question. You will get a question like that. The phrase will be marked. That is, where did Gandhiji started the Satyagraha against the indigo planters? The Satyagraha against the indigo planters. So that is an indirect question. You have to identify the place. Both the questions will be for identification. Understood? 2 mark questions will be there and both for identification. So, which was the place? Champaran in Bihar. You come here. No laughing. You take your book and come here. Okay, the first math question is clear to you? Order wise I am telling. Next, his Satyagraha was in support of the peasants in Gujarat. So, peasants in Gujarat, that is Kheda. So that is the place he started Satyagraha to support the peasants. Against that, that is Ahmedabad is coming. So peasant Satyagraha was against that rent the landlords were charging. Getting or not? This sequence you have to remember. Then in 1918, he started that Satyagraha. Why did you make it before? Mill workers. That is in order to support the mill workers of Ahmedabad, the cotton mill workers. Okay. So this you have to write and keep. Math question, let us one day later on I will take for that math. But you keep it in your book. Great Britain. 1918 mill workers. So after that, the next important event coming in this one is 1919. Do you remember what was the Satyagraha? 1919?
Against
Ravla Satyagraha. Ravla Satyagraha. Can you tell me the reason why that Ravla Satyagraha
Rowlatt
was?
Act is introduced, which means that imprisonment of any political leader for 2 years without any trial. So Indians were against this because like there was a lot of injustice between the Indians and the Britishers, and because of which they fought against.
Okay. So in the Legislative Assembly, without discussion, it was passed hurriedly. So that point you have to mention like that. Hurriedly passed in the Legislative Assembly. Secondly, it empowered the British government to arrest and imprison anyone without a trial for 2 years. So these are the two main reasons again for this Ravana Satyagraha. Then we know that as a result of that, one important event had taken place. Which date can you tell? 1990. Dates are very important. That is Indian history. That chronological order given, but you have to learn. No?
April 17. Martial law and 13.
April 13th.
Jallianwala Bagh massacre.
So why it is April 13th? It was the Vaishagi day. That is Vaishagi fair was organized. People gathered to attend that one, and at the same time there was a small protest. Discussion was also taking place. So that event and all you are knowing. After that, that is after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, the next important event was that the beginning of non-cooperation movement.
Khilafat comes in between.
Khilafat, non-cooperation movement together. Understood? So Khilafat, non-cooperation means in order to include Muslims along with that Hindus. A common movement have to be taken. So why non-cooperation?
Because they Gandhiji
Gandhiji wrote a book.
Yeah, in which he wrote that the British will fall over
Hind Swaraj. In 1909, he wrote a book named Hind Swaraj. In that book, he wrote that because of India's cooperation, only British could survive in India. Now we stop cooperating. So how this all started, non-cooperation movement started?
by
3 stages.
titles like
Renunciation of titles. First one is renunciation of titles. Second,
abolishing goods,
boycotting. Abolishing, no? So, when you are
having
boycotting foreign goods. And then the third stage was just told only in case there is an oppression, that is non-payment of taxation. That is what, non-payment of taxes. That is called the civil disobedience. When we are not paying the taxes, that is disobeying the laws. So these are the 3 stages. Now, next important event, so that is 1921. 1922, one most important event that is coming in the map question also.
National Congress,
No.
Chori Chora.
Chauri Chaura. What was the importance of Chauri Chaura?
Gandhiji had to withdraw the non-cooperation movement because there was violence, and Gandhiji believed in non-violence.
Jallianwala Bagh is 1990, April 13. Then that is withdrawal of non-cooperation movement at the Chauri Chaura. What was that? The violent, the people turned violent and attacked the police station, killing 22 policemen. So it happened on 1922 February. Okay. So this is what the next non-cooperation we have seen. Can you tell what was the next important event after the withdrawal of non-cooperation? This Chauri Chaura, Simon boycott. Boycott of
Sorry,
Simon.
sir, was in 1930.
1928.
1930. Sorry, sir, was it?
1922. 1922. So, in between, I forgot to mention two incidents. That is one of 1920, two Congress sessions were held. Yes, which was a normal session. That is in December, normal sessions used to be held. Where that normal session held. Normally, Congress sessions used to be held in December. Special session was held in the month of September. 1920 only, these two sessions.
It was in
Calcutta normal session. Special session was held in Nagpur. Okay. So that way, 1920 session, if it is mentioned, you know that where it is marked. Nagpur, if it is marked, you have to. 1927. So here,
इसी चालू है एक मिनट मत क्या
no? Was that price or what?
Okay.
Okay. 1920, these two are the 1927 this session, Madras session. Okay. 1928, what was that? Simon Commission. That is boycott of Simon Commission. Clear? So I am just writing in that order what were the most important events.
What did you say was in 1927?
27 Congress session at the Madras.
Why was that session?
That three sessions only we have to study. So that session, Madras session, is important because that session only they have decided that to boycott Simon Commission. Right. Then 1929, one session is there that is important in the history of independent India also. Lahore session. Why Lahore session is important? It was for the first time Congress decided for Purna Swaraj or complete independence, and they have decided to celebrate Independence Day.
26.
So 26th January 1930 onwards. Clear? That is what Lahore session is important. If British did not grant independence, then we will start a civil disobedience movement. These all decisions were taken in 1929 Lahore session of the Congress. Clear? Now, 1930. Round table. Before that, the civil disobedience movement was started. Salt March. When was the Salt March started? Can you tell? Salt Satyagraha or Salt March or Dandi March. When was it started? March 12th, that March was started, and April 6th, this one salt was prepared. Okay.
24. It was 240 kilometers.
240 every day 10 kilometers.
Sorry, 1.
Clear? Understood or not? So salt march was started on 12th March 1930 and ended on 6th April. Yes, yes. You don't want the sequence of events? You have last one part. So we have this. I'm not a detail. I'm not discussing in detail. I'm just rewinding. That I will do. So I'm just reaching to that. So civil disobedience movement started in 1930. Now, in between many things I did not mention in detail. How was the participation of different sections and all. Here also the participation of different sections I am not discussing. And when did it call off? First time it called off in 1931 for Gandhiji to attend in the second roundtable conference. Then he restarted. After returning back, he restarted. And afterwards, he had to completely cancel it in 1934. Clear? So then different sections, what was their attitude, why were they not interested to give that much support to that civil disobedience movement, that all things you have studied. And we are moving to the last part. Last part, in history, first lesson also we have learned something. There was a commonness, that is, how we can visualize the nation. Understood? Do you remember that visualizing the nation?
Yes.
In the first,
Joyful French,
Germania, Marianne. Okay, so like that, here also so many such symbols were there to unite the people. Now, as far as Indian national movement is concerned, that unity was forged throughout the national movement. People from different walks of life united together. So first way that unity was forged through united struggle. We have learned that people, all forms of life, joined together. So, what was that way to unite the people, or what way the people were united together? United struggle.
No salt.
Not only salt movement. Every movement people participated.
The collective feeling of working to get one thing was why they were together.
Yes, ma'am. The salt movement was
It was one of them, it was not the reason.
See, salt march, only few people. So united struggle, that was the first way to unite the people. Next way, okay. Second point, feeling of collective belonging. So second method or second was that feeling of collective belonging. This one, the last part. This not totally.
मैम वो वाला बुक नहीं है मैम ने हमें सब इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स लिखा के बोला है सेल्फ स्टडी में एक्सप्लेन इसमें बहुत कम मार्क्स कि टाइम कम because that was the last class we gave the part so that we studied like rarely good answers questions
No, rarely no.
नहीं हम इसका एमसीक्यूज लाइक ऐसे 1 मार्कर्स मैम ने मार्क करवा के दिया था एंड शी वाज लाइक 5 मार्क्स के लिए she marked everything and she said that time was less so then we will read
Okay. But no, this part normally asked for 5-mark question. Now this present pattern, it may not come. Present pattern because 5-mark used to come with the French Revolution mostly. Okay. So first point, united struggle. That is, in all the nationalist movement stages, they work together. So that united struggle gave a common feeling to the people. Secondly, feeling of collective belonging. So we know that the people living in one particular area, they speak that one language that unite that people. So like that, a feeling of collective belonging united the people. Next point is that history and fiction. What is the meaning of history and fiction? What is fiction?
Fiction is something you make up imagine
So during the British rule, British historians tried to interpret the history in a different way. They wanted to create a feeling among the people that they only contributed something to the country. Fiction. So here what happened? There is a reinterpretation of history. Reinterpretation of the history was done. So see, British interpreted history in a different way. So when we study, that is, you don't have to study. ICSE students have to study. That is how they interpreted history in a very bad way. That is only British period something happened. They only contributed.
the only developed in that area
So India was a backward, uncivilized country. So that way, British began to interpret the Indian history. Now there was a reinterpretation of history done. Like the persons like Nadesh Shastri and all, they tried to reinterpret the history and reinventing the culture and traditions of the past. So reinterpretation, reinventing the culture and the past. Whatever we were having, that all things were brought back. We had a very rich culture and there was a movement to bring back that culture. That happened. Next important development in this field was that you all are knowing that during the nationalist movement there was a period, that is partition of Bengal. Have you heard about partition of Bengal?
Yes,
1905 it happened. During that partition, the Bengal was divided into East Bengal and West Bengal. So West Bengal was Hindu majority area, East Bengal Muslim majority area. So they wanted to divide India on the basis of religion. Bangladesh is formed very late only. 1975 only Bangladesh was created. I'm talking about 1905.
it was considered East Pakistan.
East Pakistan. So what happened? This division of people on the basis of religion. So during that, nationalist movement achieved momentum. They started Swadeshi and boycott movement. In very wide scale, that is Swadeshi and boycott movement. That time, they began to sing the songs in praise of motherland. Can you tell what is the song in praise of motherland? Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. And this kind of songs began to be sung by the people. So another important method was that Vande Mataram. Who wrote Vande Mataram? Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay.
Mr. Chattopadhyay.
Mr. Chandra. So many Chattopadhyay. Earlier, he was known as Bankim Chandra Chatterjee.
वो easy था मैम.
OEC. Okay. So, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. He wrote that and people began to sing that. So that united the people. It was a praise to the motherland. Okay. Now another thing is concept of Bharat Mata. What is concept of Bharat Mata?
The image was India, the country itself was visualized as Mother India because we consider it as motherland, and that is what brought a lot of people together. It was a caricature of the land.
No, Rabindranath Tagore only portrayed Bharat Mata. It was taken from Anand Mat, that book. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Now, in the first lesson, listen. First lesson we have studied about, just now also we remembered Marian and Germania. The same like that is the character was portrayed by Abanindranath Tagore, that was made as the image of the nation. See, there was a period that men were only focused. So, but in Indian history, we know that Mother Goddess was worshipped from the earlier time onwards. So, a female figurine has to be designed to represent the nation. That female figurine was known as Bharat Mata. But when this Bharat Mata was portrayed, Bharat Mata was made in a different form, calm, composed, and divine form. Why? Because
You want her to have a dad.
no. Sainthood. No, that Indian history was having a kind of origin to that Ramayana, Mahabharata. People used to go to that forest and meditate and all, Vanaprastha life, Sannyasa life. So that sannyasi concept was brought. Understood? But afterwards, she was having so many other characters also, other adjectives were also added to that. Because you go to that. No. They cannot throw.
That's right. You have not catched the good book. I don't feel safe here. He's going like yes.
Actual कुछ भी
हमारा हुआ है सब पेपर देखना है पेपर बोलो पेपर
नहीं हमें क्या है
हां उसके बोलो भाई ये स्लाइड पूरा
सही करा कैसे
हां अरे वो मारे थे जो भी
You don't attention time. Here you are. No.
कितना दूर है
आता है almost 20 minutes future yes that's why I don't get it from here to here
नेक्स्ट बार वही है
yeah that's why they are
अच्छा नहीं मक्खी
मक्खी
तुला काय झालं मला ते वरती काहीतरी काचलं काचलं का नाही काचावर तिथे कॅमेरा चालू आहे सगळे काचावर फेकते ते लोक
अच्छा नहीं
वरती
मक्खी
लास्ट की ये मक्खी पिक्चर लेकर आ उधर बैठे थे तब से देख रहा हूं
मक्खी फेंके
तुला पण बघतोय तुला
Whatever is here, it is getting recorded. Just like very clearly what you people are doing. Yes. Listen. No, nothing can be done. It is clearly visible. It is audible also. Whatever we are talking.
no it's not audible
Yes.
it's audible without it is audible हमने जो बात किया था रिक्शा में ज्यादा तो नोटिस किया है
Yes, yes. Listen. Now, Bharat Mata concept is clear. Then next is that folk songs and folk stories were revived. They collected and composed. We know that fairy tales and all in the European the countries, fairy tales are there. So that was their culture based. But in Indian culture, what type of stories? Cinderella is not Indian culture.
no
Panchandra stories are there, and the kind of life village areas, the people began to sing and then talk this kind of stories to the generation to generation. This began to be compiled, and that also united the people of particular region together. Next important thing is that flag. Can you tell what was the first time or which was the first time?
8 lotus
हाँ,
आधा पड़ता है
look
आधा नहीं माइनस 1 पड़ता है
हाँ. Which was that? What was that first flag?
red yellow and green and 8 lotus and one to represent unity between Hindus and Muslims.
First
can
one
you show
is
that
Swadeshi flag. First flag which was developed was Swadeshi flag. That is what you are talking about.
8 lotus
It was having 8 lotuses representing 80 provinces.
by the British.
So British time, the country was divided into provinces. In order to represent the provinces, that 8 lotuses. Along with that, moon. So this moon represents that Muslims. So it shows that Hindu-Muslim unity. So that is what the first flag. Next flag was developed by Gandhiji in 1929.
And it had the charkha and
What was the name of that flag?
it was Gandhiji's flag. There's no particular name for the flag.
No.
Ma'am, there wasn't in NCERT, there isn't.
So,
ए मैं पहले बोल रहा हूं मैंने चक्री बोल रहा हूं
1921, he designed that is Swaraj flag. Understood? First was Swadeshi flag. Second, Gandhiji designed in 1921 the Swaraj flag. This Swaraj flag, red, green and white, and the spinning wheel in the middle. This represents Gandhian ideal of self-help.
Red या orange?
Red.
Orange and orange.
Red. Orange था. Red. मैं वो चरखा बीच में orange था.
Textbook you just open and see. It was not orange. Red.
I'm red. मैं तो में था. And स्वराज में NCERT में orange.
NCERT textbook is there.
अरे वो background कलर.
Ma'am, you can Google it.
Can you Google it please?
That is textbook only. That page.
Let's Google all kind of textbook in India.
I know that.
Can I do it? और तो आगे करना है क्या चीज़?
No, we don't know how to operate.
क्या कर रही है? अरे वो पीछे लेना है कहाँ लेंगे? क्यों पीछे लेना? अरे वो तो कोई
टाइप करना easy होगा.
नहीं आएगा ना तो आगे
अरे तू आगे जा. वीओ आगे में.
नहीं
बच्चा पढ़ने वाला
मैंने बोला अगर तू आज बात तू ही लगाएगा मेरे को उसको
हाँ अभी कोई हाथ नहीं लगा. इधर रेड है.
अरे बाजू में पहले वाला वो सेपरेट कलर मैम इसमें प्रेस करो एक बार.
Which one?
मैम ये वाला
हाँ मैं वो.
मैम बस प्रेस एक कितने दे हाँ मैम
See.
मैम बट इधर तो ये वाला फैन नहीं था ना.
No. Orange color or saffron color was introduced later only. It was red color.
Why did it start in the
1920.
1971 that when they won the England of नहीं वो नहीं first वाला
See, 1921 I am talking. 21 it was red color.
वो भी white is white green and red.
yes ma'am हमारे डिक्शनरी अफगानिस्तान
Yes.
See, but when it was 1921, 31 the color changed.
White slide.
Understood? So, in 1921, 21 this was red, green and don't forget it. And what is the meaning of this charka? Self-help. Self-help.
Independent.
Then, back. We will complete and then.
Yes, we of you only right.
चलो मत उसको देखो मच्छर पे
अरे मुझे वापस वो लाइट पे आ
उधर ही बैठ नहीं तू. आप ये उधर ही बैठ.
नहीं पीछे बैठ
नहीं उधर ही बैठ.
उधर ही बैठ
इधर से वो फेंकेगा
तुम्हारे ऊपर
तुम्हारे ऊपर
हाँ, पीछे देखे फेंकेगा तो मार डालेगा.
Yes. When they
अरे तो क्या तो फैन क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है?
during the freedom struggle period, they used to keep the flag aloft. Means they were very much happy to hold the flag aloft. So that was happened during that freedom struggle to create a sense of collective belonging. So we have seen different stages of it, and the last stage was that a kind of reawakening about the past culture. That is, past glory they wanted to bring back. So whatever the contribution of that Indians were brought back and studied, and they got a new confidence in the minds of the people that they are not backward or uncivilized. So all these helped in developing the culture or collective belonging of people. Yes, any doubt is the
चालू करने में बंद करने में
yes. This chapter.
So ma'am, total 6 time of leg change.
Huh?
No,
Black
total
only just
3
6
times.
Yes.
6.
Black.
And then
Light changes.
change and the last one that is 1947 and each color is having meaning each
symbol has red.
Orange.
red is not there in the present
No, that's obviously.
Ma'am, but
Orange is.
or it is not exactly orange also
It's
saffron color
No, right.
present flag saffron
Green.
and
Prosperity and
that is not
agriculture.
orange.
And saffron for
Renunciation. That is ancient sadhus and sannyasis use that color.
yes.
So it is the color of renunciation.
Green for Muslims.
Prosperity.
Prosperity.
Prosperity. What is the mean stands for?
what?
Mean.
24 hours of
24 states of India.
No.
24 states of India, man. No, geography नहीं आती. 24 hours of a day, right? Each hour.
It is see. It is for showing the movement. Movement. That is, we are moving towards prosperity, and that is wheel is always moving, and in that only it is a blue color. It is having 24 spokes, and this 24 spokes stands for 10.
See, at least
Clear?
I did not say 24 states.
No, not the 24
At
states.
least I did not say
Yes.
24 states.
This chapter is clear. Is there any doubt, any part?
Anything states 21.
29.
Alphabet.
28 union territories, 29 states.
लद्दाख इंडिया का है, पाकिस्तान का है।
तो कब से लद्दाख पाकिस्तान का हो
Now,
गया?
लद्दाख इंडिया का है।
you want to take the first lesson? Before starting, we will have a kind of revision on that. First lesson. Nationalism.
Yes. You can, ma'am.
कल रात को है। 10-11 almost died in the हमारे आगे वाली बस 1 घंटे पहले
मेरा रिप्ले दिखाएंगे ना तो ऐसे बोलते हैं कि थोड़ा और पीछे जा सकते हैं। मैं बोलूँगा भैया देखो ये पूरा है हम लोगों के इसको
Okay. I don't want to hear any kind of talks in the class. Listen, now you have to answer everything.
Everything. Oh my God.
I'm just making a revision.
Hard, but we can try.
Okay.
You know what's harder?
The lesson begin with the Sorio's painting.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It was 4 paintings.
One painting. One painting.
It was a group of 4 paintings out of which we are studying one.
When was this?
एक दिखाया था. He made 4 series
Series
of 4.
of 4. What was the name? What was the name of the painting?
Sorio's painting.
Sorio's painting is
I
name.
think so. You
ये वो तो
No.
रहेगा.
Social republics.
Democratic and social republics. Okay.
I was going to
So,
say
year 948.
It was
1848.
made in 1848. Now, you please attend. Give it a comment.
Ma'am, we don't have to write anything, right?
Whatever you want, you can write. It was already
Give
studied.
you answer.
Yes.
Right.
After that painting,
Yes.
what was the next part referred to?
Nation.
Nation. What is the nation?
Ma'am,
When
all
people
nations
share
of the
collective
nation is
history,
formed by common language.
collective history.
A nation is formed by common language, race, religion, or territory where everyone lives in a harmony and government divided
Nation state is collective history and culture.
Okay. So, nation formed with a territory. Okay, territory, well defined territory, and people sharing common culture. So earlier nations were not having the same thing. So kings were conquering the places and making it part
So
of
then
it.
they would be the nation.
Eh?
We always had the
The concept of the nation was started in Europe during this time.
So that it was territorial.
It was
Territorial.
different kings conquering the places and making it their part. There was no commonness among them. So when the people started having the common feeling, there started the formation of nation states. And that is what the nationalism, the system based on making the nation state is called a nationalism. This much is clear? Then we have learned about the what was the
French Revolution.
not the French Revolution. What was the collective
Idea of
nationalism.
that united the people
Yes.
of France through the revolutionaries? Yes, you just tell me what was the important collective ideas developed by the revolutionaries?
Yes, I know, ma'am.
Let me tell you. He was laughing, no?
Yes.
Not Napoleon, revolutionaries.
Yes, I know the answer. There were two things. Yes, I know.
Yes.
No, you know how to laugh so much.
Yes, and throw lies on us.
अरे गप रे.
How about that?
Yes, you just.
You are doing really well.
So daily coming and going, that is what the ultimate aim of you. I think you people are having their exams coming, no?
Yes.
When it
This
is-
3 July, 10
July.
July, 10 July. 2 July.
This coming Friday. Then you have studied everything.
Last test.
Okay, you start with the first point. All of you have to tell one or other point.
Yes, La Patrie and La Les Citoyens.
What is la patrie?
The fatherland and the citizens.
So you make it in a full sentence. Start the idea of yes, yes. What you told was correct, but you have to tell in a full sentence.
La Patrie.
The ideas of
The ideas of collective.
the ideas of la patrie.
The ideas of La Patrie and
The
Les Citoyens.
fatherland.
The fatherland, Les Citoyens and citizens.
Yes. Emphasize the notion of second point.
And ma'am,
सभी बोलो दोनों भाभी मैं तो बोल
Okay.
ma'am, what was that, ma'am? Estates were
National Assembly.
National Assembly. We changed to National Assembly.
Yes.
I
Estate General was there earlier and it was renamed as
Martin was
National.
commemorated.
Then
and textbooks were innovated.
Ah.
Then hints and couplets were popularized. Quotes were taken.
All in the name of nation. That is very important part.
Yes.
Now,
Spanish flag was turned into tricolor. Already said that. Somebody chose to show the points.
Yes,
Yes.
they told us.
This
Ah.
one.
Yes,
Ah.
any more points? Yes, centralized studies. Okay. So you got what were the revolutionaries introduced to unite the nation. After that, we have seen what is the next part?
French Revolution.
Rule of Napoleon.
An idea of nationalism.
ये वापस पकड़े
Who was Napoleon and what were the important?
Ma'am, Napoleon is a dictator of France who had given set of
Napoleon Code.
Napoleonic Code.
When was it introduced? The year?
1804.
Okay. What were the important points included?
Abolition of democracy. Ma'am, one balance. Abolition of democracy, monarchy,
Abolition of
Feudalism.
feudalism,
Destroyed democracy.
Privileges.
privileges given to lower middle class.
अरे ये no first test second.
notarial dues were abolished. Feudal system was abolished. Gave common method of measurement. Then uniform laws and weights and measures were also uniform.
Giving no given.
Ma'am, we say we call balance.
Okay.
गलत बोला तू.
Afterwards, see, you have learned different developments and all. See, what you want is that the events, chronological events, no? In unification of Italy, unification of Germany, then before it started. Which was not that only the years, chronological order, no? Before that, Greece, independence of Greece. That much only you want, no?
That's the treaty of Constantinople.
And
Constantinople. Greece independence.
Constantinople.
I don't want to know that.
History.